Hi, my name is Judith Schlissel. I am a law librarian at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem Law School. Returning students, you may have noticed changes in the library catalog. We have a new version which can be challenging at first, but after you learn how to use it, there are advantages over the old catalog. Criminology students, it works much better for you than the old catalog. For new and old students, this video will show you how to find materials in the catalog. You will learn how to find books, articles, book chapters, and other materials that were not in the old catalog. This video will cover the English language material, and at the end, the Hebrew material. Start at the Law Library webpage. Click on the magnifying glass. You are now in the new catalog. You must sign in order to get all of the functions that are available. You sign in either with a temporary code, with your email and password, or with a one-time password. Always check to make sure that your name is in the top corner, either on this side or that side, depending on if you're in Hebrew or in English, and that's how you know you're signed in. And when you see CDI, that's how you know you're now in the new catalog. We're going to start with a Google-like search in the big box. Returning students, if you do want the old catalog, there is that option, but I recommend that you try out and learn how to use the new one. Let's type in breach of contract in quotations. Why are we in quotations? We're in quotations so that it's an exact phrase. And we're going to click on the magnifying glass to search. First, let's personalize it. If you click on the Personalize button and you select Law, and you scroll down and you do Personalize it. This does not limit your results to only law items, but it does try to give the law items more weight and puts them up on top. Now let's look at the material types. Unlike in the old catalog, we now have articles. We also have some magazine and newsletter articles, which are not academic. But there's also book chapters and reviews and all kinds of other material that we did not have access to through the old catalog. We're going to start with just looking at books. We have 300 results in books. Now in the past, we may have told you to switch from relevance to the date newest. I actually recommend now that instead of doing that, you scroll down on the right to publication date and you change the publication date to the run of years that you're interested in. So for example, let's do 2015 to 2023. So why do I recommend that we now instead limit by years? Because the AI that decides what is relevant is much better than it used to be. So this way, you're still getting the added enhancement of the AI, but you're also only selecting the current materials. Now you'll immediately notice that there are duplicates. Unfortunately, you're going to get that a lot in this new catalog because the information is coming from different sources. Now you could have also clicked on books directly, but you'll notice that except for the personalize, the limits of years have disappeared. Every time you do a new search, the limits disappear except for the personalization. So we're going to go back to all. We're going to, again, change the publication date to 2015 to 2023. And now we're going to go to articles. We are now searching for articles between 2015 and 2023 on breach of contract. We have over 5,000 results. And you'll notice that they really are from law materials, but they're not all coming from our legal databases. So you'll still need, if you want something more comprehensive, to go to Lexis and Westlaw. But meanwhile, what can we do to ensure that these are really the articles that we need? So we'll scroll down again and we'll go to what's called CDI Content Provider. What is this? These are the sources where the catalog is getting its information. Unfortunately, it only selects the top 20. So at times, this will not be helpful for you, but in this situation, because we already did a legal search, being as breach of contract is a legal search, we can select the sources that are for us, like Westlaw Next, HuFind Online, Nexus Uni, which it contains everything that Lexis contains, Westlaw UK, Legal Track, and then at the bottom you select Apply Filters. We've now limited it to 4,000. You can search by subject. The problem I need to explain to you about subject is that here, yes, you can select breach of contract, but each of these sources have different subject headings. So sometimes you will end up missing something. So for now, we're going to leave that out. And we're just going to look through these articles. So there are some really cool features with CDI. For example, right here, let's say you want this article, which is from 2017. You can click on Get PDF. That's right. You don't even have to go into the record. Some of them, again, not all of them, will bring you right up to the PDF without having to do any extra work. I find that very cool. And then you have these up and down arrows. So what are these red arrows? The up arrow tells you who cited this article, and the down arrow tells you who this article cites. This is great, you say. However, again, it is not as good as Shepard's, so it won't give you all of the information, and you still need to check either Shepard's and or HuFind Online for more legal sources that cite your article. In this situation, this one, for example, did not cite any. If you scroll down till number 13, this article is cited by one article. Remember I said that this catalog works a lot better for criminology students because this catalog is made for the social sciences and the humanities and not so much for the law. So if we do a search on plea bargaining, which is kind of crosses between law and criminology, and we'll just do the search, and we'll search for articles. If we open the 6th article, there are 53 articles that cite our article. Back to our contract search, and this time let's open up the record. And what do we learn here? We learn that we have access to this article from many databases, but you need to pay attention. For example, HuFind Online, the most recent 3 years are not available. In this situation, it's fine. Our article is from 2017. But if this was a more current article, then you would need to select one of the other sources. And if you keep scrolling down, you will see that the Law Library and the Humanities Library also have some of the years in print. Now, what would you do if you didn't have access to the article? Well, then you would click on Interlibrary Loan, you fill out the information, and you send the request, and one of the librarians here in the law library will try to obtain the article for you. Let's add some information to this search. We're going to do an advanced search, and we're going to add consumer, and we'll add a new line, and we will add law. Now we are searching anywhere in all the fields, and we can click on search. We did a new search, so all of our limits are gone. So first of all, we want articles. And next, to remember, we want publication date. There are 204 articles. We have not limited it to the legal databases. But let's say we want to expand my results. This gives us more information. This gives us articles that CDI knows about, but we do not have access to. So now we have 300. Let's scroll down. See, these all say available online. That means we have access. But if over here, number 9 says check for available services. Well, let's open that up. Now we see already we do not have access. Instead, it says interlibrary loan. If we click on this link, unlike before, we had to fill in the information. This fills in the information for you. As promised, what about searching in Hebrew? Let's go to a new search. So I'm going to switch my keyboard to Hebrew, and I'm going to type in Chozim Achidim. There are 159 results. Again, we can go by material type, and we can see books. There are 52 books. And the first one is in Nevo. So you can select Nevo, and you will get into this title. Now let's take off books and go to articles. There are 95 articles. Now if we go to the CDI content provider, look what's here. Mafteach Haifa, the Index to Hebrew Periodicals, Miscellaneous Hebrew Journals, Rambi, JSTOR, the Merkaz HaMedah VeMachkar Shel HaKnesset, the Knesset. And these are all really great sources, and now they are all combined together. So I really like the way CDI is for Hebrew articles, because instead of you going to Mafteach Haifa and Rambi and the Knesset, it's all combined as one search. But notice, no Nevo articles, because Nevo is not in CDI. So you'll say, but wait a minute, we just saw something from Nevo. But again, if you go back to the books do have Nevo because they are cataloged by our librarians. So now when you are searching for articles in Hebrew, my recommendation is CDI and Nevo. And you've cut out going to a lot of other sources. I hope this video helped you. If you have any suggestions, ideas, or questions, please feel free to contact us. And thank you for watching our video. Please hit the subscribe button.